Hey YouTube family, I am back with another video. So today's video, what I want to talk about is group travel versus solo travel. I've experienced both, and I want to give you my viewpoint as someone that has done both, and I'm going to discuss the pros and the cons of both, and hopefully this will help you make a decision. One of the first things that you have to think about when you're traveling solo is actually planning your own itinerary. And if you're someone that wants someone else to plan that itinerary for you, then a group travel may be something that's better for you, because when you're traveling solo, you're responsible for your own itinerary. And if you're someone that just wants to go on vacation without any worries, group travel might be better for you. So since I mentioned itinerary earlier, I thought this would be a perfect time to actually show you what one of the itineraries might look like. You see it's giving you the day, the time, when you're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, what you're doing throughout the day. And if you're someone that doesn't want to plan or you just want to know what's going on throughout the day, this is perfect for you. One of the other cons you have to think about when it comes to solo travel versus group travel is the discounts. Usually you're going to get a better deal on your hotel, the excursions, if you go with a group than when you go solo. And if you're on a tight budget, then a group travel may again be a pro for you. If you're traveling solo, it's just you, or it's just you and maybe whoever you're with, your friends. But when it comes to group travel, what you have to think about is the personality clashes. You have to think about the personality clashes. So this can be a daytime person versus a night person. And then when you're actually out on your excursions or you're doing group activities, you may be paired with someone that has a totally different personality with you. You could be with someone that is lit and a turn up person, or you could be with somebody that's more reserved. You may be with somebody that is more introverted. You could be with somebody more extroverted. So these are things to think about when it comes to solo versus group travel. So I've gone over a lot of the cons so far, but let's talk about some of the pros when it comes to group travel. One of the biggest pros when it comes to actual group travel is you get to meet people from all over the world. Me personally, I've met people from over in LA, I've met people from Texas, I've met people from Canada, I've met people in St. Martin. I've met people all over the world, and some of these people are still like really good friends of mine to this day. So something to consider with group travel, if you just don't want to do it by yourself in these adventures, is you get to meet people from all over the world. Another one of the pros when it comes to actually group travel, and I've mentioned this a little bit earlier, is the itinerary is already planned. Usually when you're going with a group and you sign up with that group, or you're going with a group of people, whether you know them or not, you can usually pick and choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And that is the great thing about actually group travel, is going in packs with people and just having your plan already laid out for you. And so you don't even have to really like worry about anything. The only thing you have to do literally is show up, and show up at the time usually they tell you to, at the meeting spot that you need to, and it's very worry free. One of the other things that's really good about group travel is their safety in numbers. So this is one of those things that again is a pro, especially if you're traveling to a place that you've never been before, or in case if you're a female and you're going to another country that you've never been before, you don't know anyone, there is safety in numbers when it comes to groups. And so this again is one of those pros. You can be friends with somebody from the group and you guys can go out and get something to eat. I've done that several times with some of my friends or someone that I've met on a group trip. And we've gone out and we decided we want to go get something to eat, and I can just get somebody from the group, and at least it's somebody that I know there. Something that is not mentioned very often when it does come to group travel that can be a pro for some people is if you're someone that's like me, that's more introverted, except for people that I know I can be more extroverted or just feel more comfortable with, is group travel is going to force you to get out of your comfort zone. You guys may come in there, you don't know each other, you're from different places of the world, but eventually the laughs, the jokes come, the alcohol comes, the dancing comes, all these type of things. And then before you know it, you've got a new friend. So group travel is very good for getting you out of your comfort zone. So this is one of those pros again. So now that we've talked about the pros and the cons of solo travel versus group travel, hopefully this helps you make a decision for yourself. Me personally, it just kind of depends on what I'm looking for, what's my mood. I've done both of them, And so I really don't have a preference, kind of depending on what I'm trying to do. It's going to be that determining factor. And money, of course, is a factor as well, and where we're going, because the group may want to go somewhere that I don't want to go, or maybe I just want to go somewhere, by myself that they're not planning to go to anytime soon. So that's just something to think about. It's something to consider. So if you guys are interested, some of the places I've been solo, I have been to St. Martin, I've been to the Dominican Republic, I have been to St. Thomas, I've been various places solo in and outside of the US. So that gives you a good idea of places that I have gone by myself. So as far as groups, I have been to Mexico, I've been to Brazil, and I've been to South Africa. All really good experiences, all really group. Hopefully, the information that I gave you today will help you make a decision. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave anything that you have questions about down in the comments. And I'll see you on the next video.